Well, hello friends, once again, back for some R BTC price action. And we will most likely be looking at some R USDT as well. Pirate Chain, now before we even get into those price charts, we're going to talk fundamentals that will play into the psychology underpinning these price charts. The psychology is there, but that psychology is derived from somewhere. Right now, Twitter is a space that there's a lot of information flowing through Twitter. Okay, well, if you're not on the Discord for Pirate Chain, you can get there, and in Komodo as well, the Komodo platform. This is really just some information that is pretty important to think about, and it really gives us the impression of what value Pirate Chain can bring to the space. Now, this is some quotes from JL777C here. It's just a simple C programmer, but he does know some things. And he says that right here, in addition to the required change that will be in the hard fork, there will be 4 levels of GUI. No specific dates for these, but they will arrive in the following order. 1, desktop zatomics requires running a full node locally. These are atomic swaps with the ZK snarks compatible chain like Pirate Chain. Number 2, light zatomics. No need to run a full node locally. That says enough. Number 3, mobile zatomics. For Android and iOS, need to install a mobile app. And then 4 is web-based zatomics. Only need a standard web browser, no need even for a plugin. This is huge, but it's not a tomorrow thing. All of the above will be in Pirate-branded pirateDEX. For 4, the HTML can be hosted on a Pirate website for convenience, but it is all running local logic, so people could download the WebDEX pages and run it locally. Interesting, of course. And what else do we have here? There was some other information. I think this came out first, but anyway, we have made good progress on the zatomics swaps. In the upcoming annual hard fork, the daemon will have blockchain support for directly atomic swapping R, and it should activate in early summer. Okay, so we get a bit of a timeline there, but timelines are always taken with no specificity, right? And no expectation. Separately, the design for how to integrate this into atomic.dex has been worked out. Huh? Well, yeah, I mean, Komodo platform people have been working on atomic swaps for years now. And don't get that mistaken, okay? Let's put that out there, out into the space. I don't know if it's, anyway, let's not go into that. The recent higher price of R makes the bounty in place to get this done that much more incentivizing. Interesting, cool. So you see how the price of R going up makes it, it's like a snowball effect. Cool. Keep in mind, this is the actual R coin being directly atomic swapped against any other coin supported by atomic.dex, not using any intermediate token, and it will be the ultimate in privacy and security. I expect some serious volumes for the zatomics, especially after the WebDEX, run the atomic.dex from a web page, is released. Not sure if the initial WebDEX will be able to do the zatomics, but there is no reason that it won't be possible down the road. And anyway, that's number 4, right? There were 3 other options before that. So even with just desktop support will be very good. More than very good. I mean, revolutionary at this point, isn't it? But that's just par for the course. We are also working on ways of handling a lot more wallet addresses as we prepare to get onto larger and larger exchanges. Interesting. Well, and then finally here, this is an image of the pirateDEX. Now, obviously, this is just a mock-up, but it's using the atomic.dex and basically branding it with pirateDEX. And of course, I don't know what other things will be involved with it, but there you go. I mean, you already have Doge.dex and some others. So yeah, pirateDEX. Oh, this is going to be very special. Okay, so let's with that in mind, let's move over to some charts. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that, and then we're going to share the chart of Pirate and Bitcoin here on ARRR, which so far is so good. So far, so good. Try it if you want. I'll leave a referral link below. It's good for learning things, and you get a bunch of indicators that you can use. And here we have, well, I've mentioned them before. Bollinger Bands are here, and I also have Ichimoku clouds that I enable over here, but they're not shown. So let's find out where those are. We won't see any, or will we? We'll see. Oh yeah, we see something building here, but it's early on. Maybe, I don't know. We'll take a closer look. We have all these colors from this indicator here, which is a Fibonacci retracement. I just want to leave it there just for a moment, just to remind us where we are in all of this. And let's just take it to a full screen. But oh, yeah, so ARRR is pretty fun. Oh, look, you can even check Telegram and all. I haven't really used it much, like I said before. I still haven't used it much, only so much time in a day. All right, here. So we're looking what, 12:41. Oh, this is coming to you. I'm E. Giuliano, by the way, and this is coming to you at around midday UTC on April 24th of 2021. Right, we're at 56 rank market cap, so we may or may not be back below the Zcash. It doesn't matter. Who cares? You know, we're not too worried about the little numbers like that. Yeah, so we got a nice flattening here. This is good. This is good, right? This is just over the day, so that's fine. We don't know what it'll look like longer than that, but that's a good start, right? It's not a big tank, and that's a really good sign. So we're here at the let me hide these. So I'm going to press the minus button. That's going to take away that information. I can get it back just by pressing the plus. So what are we saying here? Let's go into the full view. We are saying that we're at about the 25,000 Satoshi level. And okay, so the market right now is trying to figure things out, right? This is a decent situation. It's not a huge dump. We've kept much of this body of this candle intact. In fact, we're right at the top of the close of that body of the candle, right? That's pretty significant. And you know, we're not trying to come back up here too soon. We're figuring out in this area what's happening, and then we'll see maybe if we're going to move between the 38.2 and the 0.5 and decide if this is an area that we need to test. You know, this could still be part of a bigger move up, right? This is new and this is fresh, and this is crypto. So we don't know where this can go. We don't know how many impulses. This could be one impulse, and this here could be the part of a bigger, like, I don't really want to count it. I don't feel like I'm that good at counting yet, so we're not going to go into that. But if I'm looking at this, I'm looking at maybe like a one wave here, maybe a three wave here, and then we have an opportunity to maybe go higher. We'll see. We don't know. This might be the top of the 5 wave for this portion of the impulse, and now we're going to have some correction. So let's imagine we're in a corrective mode, okay? Because I'm going to assume we are, at least for a little bit of time. Because you know, on the bigger picture, we've got Bitcoin, which is finding its place right now. So I think this is a decent place to just hang around here for R. And then remember, this is against BTC. We will look at the dollar chart in a moment because that might give us a bit more activity. And this is the daily chart. So let's go into a 4-hour and just kind of check out what's happening there. And when we come to, oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. So already we, you know, at least in terms of price, and remember, this is just this specific exchange. R is not on many and not on huge exchanges. So volume might not be big, but price action is price action. And I don't know why things work out the way they do sometimes, but look, we came down and we touched, as we said yesterday, the 20 Bollinger Band. Do we have Ichimoku Cloud here? Yes, we do. We see, so the Ichimoku Cloud offers us some support resistance information. And right now we're above it. So it would act as support, and look at it here, basing here. So what we're looking for this to do is hopefully go sideways, although this is what, until this is only 4 days later. Okay, if we can go sideways for 4 days, maybe what might be more likely is coming down towards it and then going up above it again. But also equally as likely might be going down and then through it before coming back up. We don't know how long this correction is going to last. Remember, Bitcoin also is doing things. Depending what it decides to do, if it starts pumping, if Bitcoin starts going up, right, And Pirate, you know, psychologically on a US dollar level needs to stay at a market cap that it's at now. Then as Bitcoin pumps up, Pirate might actually have to dump in the Bitcoin chart just to keep that dollar price psychologically where it needs to be. I mean, there are so many factors. It's not just about that, but it seems to work out that way. And so we can imagine the chart correcting down. Look, 618 is down here at the 15,000 level. So yeah, it's reasonable we could come and touch that. Well, we already did, right? So I don't see why we won't come and make sure that this isn't an area to keep as support. Why won't we? I don't know, but we don't know yet. There's not enough information, and could look at a smaller time scale. In fact, we will, because we see some sort of triangle forming here, don't we? I do. So I'm going to draw that. I want to go to a lower time scale though at this point. We're really curious what's happening here. So on the 2 hour, now we look at the RSI. The MACD has just crossed here on this indication. We're just going into the, I guess, negative area here. So we do have some time, right? Now we can think about time. So look at all the time it's spent up here. Give it some time down here. We want balance, right? We can't have too much of one thing, just like we wouldn't want too much of the other. And in fact, things will happen the way they do happen, but in any naturally healthy system, we want some sort of homeostasis and balance. And there's always this is a living system in a way. So it's using its sensory system to figure out what type of action it needs to take. So in this case now, it's very unlikely that we're just gonna curl back up, but hey, you know what? If that next move, so I shouldn't say very unlikely, I don't know the probability of it, but the likelihood of this curling back up and coming higher is probably lower. Let's imagine that this is going to clean out. So now we got to think to ourselves, okay, fine. So where do we, if we want to get in on Pirate, where might we want to get in? Okay, let's think like that. So we want to close, double click on that. It'll bring us back to this screen here. And so yeah, same thing with the RSI, and this is on a 2 hour level. So, and let's find out, when was the last time we touched down? Look, wow, it's been a while since we touched down at the lowest level. Okay, so here, back March 11, no, March, yeah, March 10, you know, that kind of day. So around the mid-March, beginning to mid of March, okay? And then we were near it down here as well. So let's see what kind of price we were at in that time of March and that time of April, beginning of April. So that time of, that's April. What? This is March? Wow. So at that time of March, we were really down at our accumulation zone of 600, 700 Satoshis, you know, back where it would be good to be paying attention. So now, oh yeah, look at that structure. This is nice. You know what? Good consolidation. Very likely that it could break down. No harm in that. I don't think we're coming back down to that 100 of Satoshi level. Not yet, but you never know. Yeah, Bitcoin rips. I mean, who knows what altcoins are going to do, right? But we're going to check the dollar chart. Okay, we're not going to take too much time here. We just want to quickly look at this. We'll look at it at the end of the day, maybe later or first thing tomorrow. But I'm going to be coming with more of these charts. So if you like what you're seeing here and it's helpful for you, let me know. At least hit the like button. That at least helps me know. And share it. That really helps as well. Okay, so what do we have on this 2 hour chart in terms of the triangle? I mean, I don't know. I see this is the point where using something like this, where it's a small, maybe a small exchange, small volume, whatever, I might even look at another exchange and see if they have the same. Let's take a look. Look, this is great. So this is ARRR. I'm having a good time with this so far. ARRR, thank you. And thank you, George, for sharing it. And I guess ARRR, thank you for asking George to share it. And thank you, me, for watching George. I am George. How do I go again? How do I do this? Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna do R BTC, and we're gonna check from hit BTC. I didn't look at the volumes, but let's do that. So this is all okay. So what are the point of these videos? I'm doing these to help get the word out about Pirate Chain and Komodo platform, and just some things that are not really talked about much in the, let's call it mainstream crypto narrative. Okay, And I'm just providing voice to this and a place for people to see this type of information. And also, I think that I can offer a bit of educational value, maybe basic educational value when it comes to charting, price charting, and thinking about markets. Okay, so at least in terms of the crypto markets for now. So what are we saying? We're going to check the hit BTC. I was thinking to go to CoinGecko, but let's just go straight into the chart. CoinGecko, then I would take a look. Actually, I mean, you can look at that information there, or you can look at it here. You can look at the daily candle and look at the volume and all that. But so what? This is, no, this is CoinXR as well. See, sometimes this happens, so just be aware. I think maybe you have to actually click the pair here itself. Okay, yeah, see, it did have that drop, but you do see that it, and this is still a 2-hour chart. So you see that it's a slightly different information, right? It's just not exactly equal, but that's not bad. So now what I would do is actually look at which one has more volume. And instead of trying, well, yeah, instead of trying to figure that out, let's use the CoinGecko again. Oh, it was up there already. What we're gonna go to do is the markets tab. And we're going to, yeah, see CoinX, oh, but that's USDT. So we'll definitely check that out, okay? We're gonna check that out. Where is the BTC? Tradeover actually has the biggest, but they don't have the chart there, do they? No, not that I see. Hit BTC has the next one for the RBTC in terms of volume, right? Has the 1 million volume. Oh, you know what? No, 5 million right here it's showing. Anyway, we're not gonna worry too much. I'm pretty confident that the CoinX chart is a good chart to use because it is a good, oops, what am I looking at here? Sorry. It's a good chart to use. Okay. Let's use it. Yeah, you see the difference here in the wicks. Anyway, all righty then. So 2 hours. Yeah, so we're coming up against this 20 period moving average, okay? Again, this is Ichimoku cloud, 2 hours. I could definitely see it going below this Ichimoku cloud on the 2 hours and coming down back to test the 15 on the 2 hour. Let's see on the 4 hours what kind of cloud action we got. Yeah, because the cloud down here, though, it's up at 1920. I wonder if we do go down here for some reason, which could be any type of reason that provokes this movement. Remember, this is Pirate BTC. If it goes down under, I can see this cloud being strong resistance on the way back up, possibly. But anyway, okay, so this is the Bitcoin chart. I don't think we're really going to say too much. If you want to put in some orders on Bitcoin, I'm being conservative. I'm putting them like in my paper trade. I'm putting them at the 15,000 Satoshi level. I'll probably put, you know, like 15.9, 15.6, 15.3, 15. Maybe I'll even, well, no, if we start breaking these levels, it sucks. So maybe I will go down to like a 14 and even a 13 just in case. But then stop losses for sure, because if we're going below, you know, this 11 area, this 12 area, then we really got to rethink what's happening. Okay. All right. And if we want to talk risk reward, let's take a quick risk reward of that. Check that other KMD video I did yesterday. I think I found a decent risk reward on the daily chart, but you let me know. Where are we looking at here? Price, no, long position. Okay, so let's say we're taking it at around the 15, we said. Yeah, like 15.3, okay. And then we're gonna put it down, we said to what, 12? 12, so we are at the 12. Oh, that's a 20% move right there. Better give us a good reward. What would the reward be? I mean, at this point, see, it's uncertain still. I don't know if this is something I would get in right away when it comes down. I'm not sure. I would be definitely, we'll see as things move. I would check what's happening in the overall markets, right? I mean, if you don't have any already, then yeah, I'm definitely putting some orders here and try and scoop some up for sure. Because I don't know if it's going to get down here. So if it does, I would be happy. And then if it gets further down here, you know, and if this is a hold, like for me, look, based on the information I gave before, especially if you have a whole bunch of BTC, doesn't really hurt to grab a bit of pirate. Maybe it does though. Look, there are the what we might call a maximal way of thinking, which doesn't look, and I can understand it. If you got like thousands of Bitcoin, I don't know, maybe you just don't even want to put any into pirate. That's fine. Understood, understandable. Maybe even if you have 10 Bitcoin, you might just want to keep them all as Bitcoin. Yeah, makes sense. But if you're into a bit more than the Bitcoin scene, then yeah, I mean, why not, right? Grab some R. This is not advice. None of this is advice. Okay. So what kind of reward would this be? Like, let's say we're going to try and even, so what happens is if this is a longer correction, right? Let's just imagine this is a longer correction, comes down here. Okay. That means what kind of retracement is that? Let's get in here. And that would be a 618 retracement. So let's say it takes a good 618 retracement on a larger structure and then comes back up. We can imagine from that 618, if we were to draw a fib retracement, we can imagine it would at least go halfway of that, which is probably around here. So that, which would, so if we're doing that, then let's imagine. So yeah, see, this is where you get the difference between short-term trading. Like, what's your mindset and what's your time frame? So let's say you want to try and build up as much pirate as you can. Let's imagine you're in the game of just trying to, like, you're like doing foreign exchange, but instead of foreign exchange, you're just building up your pirate and BTC balance and just trying to increase it over time between each other, almost like playing the gold silver ratio. Okay. So let's say you want to do that. So then we got what, this like 17-20% risk with a 71% reward. I mean, it's definitely a 3-to-1, isn't it? Like, let's call this 20% risk and let's call this 70% reward. That's a 3.3. I'm good with that. I mean, isn't that a reasonable possibility? I think so. So let's keep watching that, and let's move over to the dollar chart. And I think I'm going to leave it at that afterwards. Let's see what kind of structure is playing out on the dollar chart. I imagine there's going to be more information that will be cool for us to check out. Okay, hope you're enjoying this so far. Hope it's giving you something of value. And we're going to look at our USDT. No, not on BTC. We are doing it on CoinEx. And I didn't click it properly again. So I'm pretty sure, oops, here we go. I'm pretty sure you need to make sure you click the pair here. So let's click the actual pair. There you go. Oh, I did it again, though. I didn't look at which. I didn't. Snort. I didn't look at the pair on this side to see which exchange it's on. So over here. Okay, wow, look at you. So here we are. Remember, oh, this is a 4-hour chart. Okay, a lot of things here, definitely holding up there. But now we're at a point where we can imagine we might start coming down a bit. Okay, we can imagine we might start rounding down a bit. Okay. Now, is that because Bitcoin itself is going to dump further? That very well could be. You know, that BTC chart could stay flat relatively, or the 8 could also dump, right? There's this triangle. That's the thing about playing with the playing with the altcoins, is that you do have to consider the triangle, that love triangle, right? Okay, so look at this level. This is definitely a strong level. Wow, this is $3 level. Maybe during the next bear market, I don't know. Or maybe now, maybe there was too much over exuberance here and it got us all the way up here to this high mid-teens. And now we're settling at this low teens, or, yeah, teens, tens. And we'll come back down towards here. I think, oh, this reminds me, I said in the video yesterday, I hope it was a pirate video, that, the big, no, it was the KMD video. Anyway, I think I'll have to say it on the KMD video, but it was about the big and the small. And the big and the small are not the same. That's like saying the square is circular. The square is the circle. But in fact, no. Anyway, okay, I'm off on a tangent now. I'll get into it later. Right, so this is a good level here. This is a nice level to watch. Let's create a rectangle. No, brush, rectangle. And let's check what kind of retracement level that is. Okay, and that would, I mean, so look, again, it depends. How fast are we going to go below? Because if by the end of April we're not below this thing, then why can't we just stay above it, right? And I mean, it's USDT. Do you think Bitcoin's going to go up? I do right now, but I mean, I don't make good predictions usually. So we'll see what happens this time with this prediction. And then in that case, then the pirate would go up as well. It would go up further in USD, unless it was really tanking in Bitcoin more than Bitcoin was going up in USD. But I don't know. Don't think so at this point. I mean, aren't we in the season? We are in the season, aren't we? Come on. Yeah. So we're looking at this. What is this? 350 level. Put some stink bids for sure. Definitely put some stink bids, but I'm not sure when we're coming back to $1 to $2 to $3, $4 level. I don't know. This would actually be a good time to look at other charts, you know, that have growth that doesn't retrace back to its original level, where it gets into enough consciousness that now it has reached its new plateau. And that might happen. This could be a plateau here that it follows, maybe between 14 down to 5, maybe even down to 3, okay, over time. Like if we look at let's look at the daily chart. Wow. Yeah, look at that thing. Come on, we're not coming back down. Eventually we must, but come back down where? It could look like, see this structure here? It could like this, but on this scale, and which mean it. I mean, I don't know if it's going to come back to 3, but it definitely well could come back 50%. Let's do this. Let's find a retracement level here. So let's, for your own visual preference, let's bring you a little bit more close in here. Okay. And let's get ourselves a little bit retracement. And should we go from here? Let's go. Let's just go from here. Let's just take this one impulse wave. Okay, we imagine this as a correction, impulse, correction. That's what I'm seeing it as so far. So impulse. So let's take it from this impulse, and we're not even going to take it from that wick. We're just going to be generous here, conservative. We will go to the top wick though, because I would say that's significant for now. All right. And what have we got? Huh, there you go. 786,618 is the top of this box. I mean, so, and yeah, timelines. So timeline wise, if it is coming back here, maybe that's not until the fall. I don't know. Or maybe that's never. Maybe that's never. Maybe we're going to hang out. Here's the 618. Maybe we're coming down to the 618 and bye-bye. Maybe we are not at the end of this bigger impulse wave. Imagining, okay, let us do a count actually. Like I said, I don't like to count. I'm still learning, but because I've found that basically most of my counts are off, okay? However, here's one thing I might say, and let's find out if it happens. I am not going to do an extension. I don't know where it's going. Oh, wow, that's into the hundreds. This is a log scale. Okay, let's go to the 50 because people are calling 50 as that number, right? Okay, let's imagine. And I don't know the timing. I don't know what. Okay, look. Oh, well, no, this one was pretty quick, right? So I would imagine maybe it's going to be longer. Maybe it's going to be something like that, right? Yes, maybe. Oh, and that was June was the timing of the pirateDEX, right? So okay, the reason, okay, and this is my thinking. The reason why I think this might be a shorter in time correction is because this one was longer in time. And the reason I'm thinking this might be a slower build, firstly, is because to build that kind of liquidity, you know, we're going another, you know, 4 or 5x here from this level. If we were going to go there, that might take some time, right? I would hope it takes time. I don't want another one of these because then I don't know what's going to happen. Wait, I don't want to say I don't want another one of those. Don't get me wrong, but what I'm thinking might be happening. Let's see. I don't know. Like I said, my counts and my analysis can be wrong, but I do like to see what can happen and share my thinking with you. Okay, so then, and if we were to retrace about 618, that is to about the $7 level, let's say $6, $7 level. Totally not out of the question. In fact, here is that Ichimoku cloud. I'm going to change the colors of this fib retracement. You can do that. I mean, if you, do you want to do that? No, not right now. This is long enough. We'll do that in another video. Yeah. So this is a 786 line, and this is the one. Doesn't make sense, does it? Oh, because maybe it's because it's logarithmic. I think it's because it's logarithmic. Must be. Yes. So that's why, you know, 50% is all the way up here. If you, here, let's check. Okay, this is a linear scale. Yes, 50% is halfway. Okay, so yeah, look at this. Remember that level that we scouted? It's, look how far down it is on the linear scale. So back up to the log scale. Moving this like this. This, I guess, is turning out into a longer video, so I don't think we're gonna do any more pirate videos today, but I will look at Komodo later if you're interested in that. Okay, yeah. Look, see, we're still, okay, I'm gonna, what do I wanna hide? Okay, so we're saying here that we could come down to this level. This 786 level is all the way down here, okay? And then maybe a steady climb, that would be lovely. We would love a steady climb into June. I speak for myself. And okay, now let's get rid of that fib retracement for a moment. Here, this is where you would go change the color. Anyway. See how we're above the Bollinger Band? I mean, how are we not going to keep correcting back into it? Are we, or if we go sideways, it'll catch up. But I mean, are we not coming back down to touch this eventually? Yes. And where do you think this is going to be? It's probably going to be above the 396 level. By the time it touches it, it could very well be at the $6 level. So keep watching this line. You know, if you're paper trading this or real trading this, or if your mindset is long-term, short-term, medium-term, you know, consider these levels, and I hope that they serve you well. Oh, that's also what I wanted to show. The Ichimoku cloud is very thin because, you know, the price action was so thin for a long time, and now look at us climb up, and we haven't yet separated into a thicker cloud. Anyway, so things look interesting for these next, I don't know, what is it? We're in the end of April, so 2 months. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, all right. That's it for now. I'm gonna end it there. Come back, see how we're doing. All right, I'm gonna keep sharing these ideas with you. That's it for now. I feel like this might even have been the longest one so far. What am I doing here? I'm getting out of here, and so are you. Go do something else. Take care.